Yo, we made a podcast back in the building. Holly's back. We renewed her contract. Caesar's back with I think a nuclear explosion on his shirt.
It's Green Day. Watch your mouth.
Oh
How
my
dare
bad.
you? American Idiot. That is us. Yeah, we
Correct.
read up. Holly took a pay cut to go to Champions League. It's not working out right now, though.
Yeah. Let me get that Portuguese.
What's the number again? 277.
Episode 277.
277.
Yeah, let me get a couple Green Day songs though.
Okay, American Idiot, 21 Guns.
He knew I was gonna ask.
And then pre-prep this.
He
Can
did.
we hear them? Like, what they sound like?
Dun, 21 Guns. That's
Everybody
my
knows
jam
that
now.
song.
Everybody knows a banger.
A banger?
Don't want to be American Idiot. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know. Even Holly knows. She's like shaking her head. It's a banger.
Holly,
is.
Holly, you know that I don't know if you know, but at the end of the year, we do the We Made It
Your awards.
the We Made It Music, Movie, and Television Awards, the MMTs.
Of course I know.
Are you going to be participating?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you don't really be like watching stuff or listening to stuff like that. I don't know.
I'm a pop culture kind of gal.
Okay.
Holly's a Toronto base. She'd be listening to music. Come on.
Okay. Pop culture. All right. Yeah. We'll. I mean, that's not for a while. I guess we'll do it after the World Cup and stuff. Yeah, we'll probably do like some World Cup awards, then we'll do some other awards, those awards after that.
We'll be down.
Caesar, I don't know if that was last year or the year before last, but Caesar was giving Machine Gun Kelly a lot of awards.
Oh no.
It's really kind of crazy that the only reason you like the award show is to 6 months later when someone falls off immensely to flame you for it. At the time, Mans was hot. I mean, it was a banger album.
Holly said,
Now
"Oh,
he's
no."
drinking blood and being a weirdo.
Holly said, "Oh no," for a reason.
Yeah, I'm not a
Listen
fan.
to what's it called? I forgot the album name now. Damn.
Yeah, you stop messing with him. That was your boy.
Yeah, it got too much.
MGK.
Yeah.
Oh, he was literally.
Bam rocked with MGK when he did the cipher against Eminem. Bam was on his side.
I liked his Eminem. I liked his Eminem diss song. That's it.
Okay, that's literally what I just said also.
You liked his pop rock.
I did.
His pop punk.
Sure, man.
Anyway, I mean, we can just change the podcast and talk about pop culture stuff. We can do that.
I'm down. No more soccer talk ever.
I mean, if we can't go to the
Nothing
World
will
Cup,
change on YouTube.
if we can't go to the World Cup next year, we're changing it. It's over.
Yeah. If we're not at Qatar in like a month, I'm gonna be really mad.
Anyway,
Deal.
because Holly did say she's a pop culture kind of gal. I didn't know that. That's what's cap.
It's not.
But you didn't know about top 5 though. But anyway,
Top 5 what? Oh.
Damn, you got you again.
he's not pop culture. He's underground.
That doesn't count.
You're right.
Everyone
Anyway,
gets a pass.
What's the name? Today, though, we're going to be talking about Champions League. We had the penultimate round of matches. It's a big deal today. Oh, Caesar left. It was wild today. I was really excited. Like usually, I'm not a group stage kind of guy personally. Like I'm like, it's boring. Can we just get to when it matters? Like I'm not that kind of person that just want to watch a game for the game's sake, unless there's a player I want to see. But today it was going to be big. Let's start with the matches on yesterday first, though. Do I want to go through all these matches? Sure, why not? Chelsea beat Red Bull Salzburg. Caesar's favorite team there, Chelsea, 2-1. So, Caesar, if you turn that camera off one more time, you're doing all the wrong things.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to this new setup. I'm very uncomfortable.
This thing's weird. I don't know how many
Used to
electronics.
being in my room. This is weird being in the living room. This is uncomfortable for me.
Got a lot of electronics in there. So it should tell the homies to come rob you.
I do work from. Okay.
we had Sevilla against Copenhagen. Sevilla won 3-0, and one of my favorite midfielders ever, Isco, got his first goal for Sevilla. And
Man of the match.
it was a nice one too. PSG beat Maccabi Haifa 7-2. If you saw Twitter that day, you just thought Messi was playing in a final that day. It was like, oh my God, look what Messi's doing. I'm like, no, they're literally playing Maccabi Haifa, dude. Like, can you relax? At home, as a matter of fact.
Is it pronounced Maccabi or Maccabi?
I mean, yeah.
I'm curious. I'm curious.
I think it's Maccabi.
Okay, Maccabi. Okay.
My Hebrew is lacking. We also had BVB versus City that ended 0-0. I guess that's a match people care about. I don't really care that.
Holland had to be subbed out.
Was it because of injury or because what?
Apparently, he had a fever before, and he got like hit in the leg or something. So
A fever?
he had a fever right before the game, and then he also he like hit his leg. He got like injured, so they subbed him at halftime.
Are we back to the 90s? You could let people play with a fever, right? They heard about COVID.
Jordan. I thought we're done with that ever since COVID, but I guess not.
I mean, we still got COVID out here. We're letting people play with fevers now.
And my parents literally have COVID right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully there's not I mean, we haven't had like one of them team outbreaks in a while, but
No.
damn. Milan beat Dinamo Zagreb in Croatia 4-0. Caesar's boy Rafael Leao scored. I don't know if he scored twice, but I think Giroud scored too. Celtic and Shakhtar had a 1-1 draw. I'm going to get to the standings after we go through this. Real Madrid caught their first loss of the season, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Against Red Bull Leipzig.
Since May.
Yeah. Sorry. And
we want that summer too. We want the summer undefeated streak too.
They was losing a lot of those first legs in the Champions League last
ICC is harder than you think it is, my friend.
But for me, the biggest match, the one that mattered the most, because I did make a prediction in August that Juventus would not make it out of the group. And you know what? Usually my predictions are wrong. And I was making that prediction without watching Juve one time, without watching no Serie A. But I just know that when you're trying to start Adrian Rabiot and you're trying to depend on him day in and day out, you're not going to go very far. And that match was really good, actually. 7 goals total. Benfica beat Juve 4-3 in a crazy match, and Juve is out of here. They might not even make it in Europa, honestly, at the end of the day. They might not. It's easy. You watched it too, right?
Yeah, I did. It was actually a really good game, not gonna lie. It was actually a great game. And that's a shame for Juve. I'm the original. I've been watching Juve a long time now on this show. I've watched a lot of Serie A. They do call me Serie A C's for my track record. I've watched so many Juve games, and what was the number one complaint every single year? They never truly addressed their midfield. And in this, I remember in the preseason, I said that I don't think they made any moves to make any significant changes in the midfield. Once again, they don't do anything. Like getting Zakaria off got a loan from was it Napoli, I think, or no, loaning out Zakaria. Like that's not really the move to do to like have like a successful team. And they're still running that 2-5-3 back line or something. And I don't think Bonucci is like really at the level that he used to be able to like keep up in that back sense. And I don't know who Arturo Gatti is back there. I don't know who these players are.
I'm mad that you know his first name.
I don't know. I mean, no. First.
Why do you know his first name?
Slow down.
Huh?
Arturo Gatti is not his first name. That's
you just made it up.
That's the name of a legendary boxer. That's all I know. I'm just digging deep in here. I'm guessing the jerseys look great. That's all I'll say about the game.
I just
know is like 34. I mean, we're done, dog. It's over.
I just know Gotti is the name of a Tekashi 6ix9ine song.
Okay, well, it's a legendary boxer, and I think Mafia too, right? Anyways, John Gotti, right?
Holly, do you like Tekashi 6ix9ine or no?
No, I can't say that I do.
Okay. The game was crazy. Huh?
What does that have to do with the Juve recap?
Hey, look, we're transitioning. We're transitioning.
I don't like him either anymore.
Holly, did you watch the match or no?
I did not.
Are you into Serie A like that or not really?
Not really, to be honest.
It's kind of
like honestly, The only team I actually enjoy watching is Napoli. I think all the other Italian teams are pretty boring.
Yeah, I mean Napoli was put on the map by one of the most legendary players ever, obviously,
Maradona.
Cavani.
Cavani.
um, what's the name? The match was crazy. It easily like Rafa Silva had two like they weren't like one wasn't easy. It was a volley. There was one where he was 1v1 with Szczesny and he just hit it right off the goalpost.
Like literally.
Juve looked slow. Like,
Can we keep it real about Vlahovic or whatever his name
I'm not
is?
a big Vlahovic guy.
I don't really like him that much either. Something about him, it's like he's like kind of quirky a little bit when he plays. I don't know what it is.
Vlahovic is like he would be good 30 years ago. Like he's not that he's not like so athletic. Like he's not so fast.
You know what it is? He's just not like exceptional enough in one area. Like he's not like big enough. He's not fast enough. Like he's just like under it. And like even like when I watched Lukaku do a little run into him, like you just let him run in there. You're gonna run him over. He's gonna score that. But I can't pronounce his name. How is it?
Vlahovic.
Like I just don't really see it, and like it just doesn't look right, especially when you put like a left-footed dude like on the right side. It just looked weird. I don't know. They looked really like there wasn't really any like connectivity up top with the offense, and like sometimes when he's doing things, I'm like, you're kind of like an awkward guy, man. He's kind of like an awkward player.
You know, they're like when you
I'm not saying he's bad, but like for a Juve, you know what I mean?
no, he sucks. When you look at when you look at Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Like you don't see anything about Lewandowski where you're like, wow, necessarily. Like he's not like there's not like some crazy speed. There's not like some crazy ball handling skills. But like what I'm gonna say what I think Lewandowski's really good at, which is gonna sound crazy. I've said it before. I think the thing that kind of sets Lewandowski apart, he's really flexible. He can put that leg anywhere to shoot that ball. Oh no. But Vlahovic, I feel like there's nothing to his game. Like he just happened to become a striker. Like he could have just easily become a center back. Like he just happens to be a striker for some reason. And obviously he scored goals for Fiorentina. He did well, but like on that level, like we're not gonna see him leave Italy and go to a team and do well.
I don't he's not polished. He doesn't seem like refined like in his craft. Like he seems kind of like very raw still when he like plays around. I'm like, do you really know what you're doing when you get the ball, or are you just kind of improvising a lot?
Holly, here's my question. With Juve maybe going into Europa or maybe not, maybe just crashing out completely, we might have Maccabi Haifa in Europa League, you know? Teams got to travel all the way to the Middle East, you know?
Europa teams too. European teams.
Do you feel like they need to fire Allegri? Like, is it the coach or is it just the players are whack? They said they lost like $300 million during COVID or something like that. I don't know.
They're always broke. They're broke boys all the time.
I feel like they're lying about that. But like, what do you think needs to happen?
Honestly, I don't know. It might be time for Allegri to go. He's been there for like how long now?
Off and on for like 20 years.
Off and on. Yeah.
On and off relationship.
I mean, at that point, I would have to say that it's time for like a managerial change. I just like I said before, I don't find them like an interesting, fun team to watch. They haven't been for like a while. I mean, their success is like to me, it doesn't mean anything anymore. Like they need to win bigger things. Like Champions League is always obviously top priority. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, and I don't think it's going to happen with Allegri there. I don't even think they could win a Europa League this year.
Absolutely not. Oh my God, those
like
bum ass team.
Like obviously United have the best chance of winning Europa League.
Obviously not, but
obviously not. Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
Come on now.
Okay, you know, we'll get into that later. I'm gonna write that down so you can bring it up later. Actually,
Man, you to the moon.
um, yeah, I don't know. I just look at their lineup and I'm just like, it's just not good enough. I remember when Weston McConaughey's first season there, like he was balling and he just like not that player anymore. I feel like he's disinterested.
He looked pretty good in this game.
I don't think so.
Really?
Okay, you know what? I remember there was two plays. I'm not even gonna count the goal because the goal was just like he happened to be there.
Mhm.
There was one play where he like controlled an overhead ball
And you went forward, yeah.
that was dope.
Yeah.
But other than that, like
Oh,
he's
like overall, no, yeah.
no, like he wasn't doing anything. Like he doesn't look like how he looked his first season there at all. Um, like you know, maybe he needed to leave this season coming up. But I mean, I'm sorry, like maybe he needed to just leave before this season because I feel like he just wants to go play in EPL. But yeah,
Yeah.
like they didn't even look good once the kids came in. Like they looked better because there was like
Yeah.
somebody on the wing that was putting those balls in there. And I feel like Benfica was like kind of like they kind of were chilling a little bit, maybe a little bit tired. But I just wonder like what they're doing in training. Like, what are you guys doing over there? Like, you look at Inter, like Inter is. I mean, I guess Inter's not like Inter's doing better than them in Champions League, and I'm like, you guys should be at least be as good as them. You're over here losing to Maccabi Haifa and Benfica.
I mean, they're probably just doing ladder drills all day in practice and then like, you know, doing leg stretches and then playing monkey in the middle with the ball, then it's over.
I like obviously this podcast loves Quadrado. Like I love him.
Hey, whoa.
But it's
kind of about to do.
But like
it's I do agree with you, but just calm down.
You can't like he's not an every match starter.
But he's also not a wing back, dog. Like, come on, man. That's asking a lot out of a 34-year-old gangster. Come on now, man. You got this man running up and down the whole damn field all day.
Why he watched his dad die over there in the stilts?
He did a catch-up ad in Colombia. My man made it already.
But yeah, I just want to just repeat this because my predictions are always wrong. I called it in August before the group stage. I tweeted, I'm excited for this group stage draw because I think whatever happens, Juve's not going to make it out. This is before I even knew who they were playing against.
That's not a bold prediction.
I think it is. I think it is. Caesar, in a group with Benfica and Maccabi Haifa.
Oh yeah, that is kind of. I probably argued with you too. You're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, I don't know what Benfica's doing. Like, I don't know how good they are, but I'm just like, they seem better than Juve. I think Juve's whack.
As long as you have that Rafa dude who runs like a 4-2, I don't know how that man is the fastest man on earth. You're gonna do pretty good.
And honestly, João Mario was excellent. Like,
and he's so good. Like,
so good.
What a great player.
Like, somehow Benfica, like most teams, don't really have like a 10 anymore.
Yeah.
Somehow Benfica is like making it work with a true attacking midfielder who's like getting everywhere. And like that ball that cross that he put in for Rafa Silva was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I don't know how if you saw the highlights from the match, like that's the kind of goals I like. Like,
yeah, Bam loves a low cross finish.
Yeah, like a low cross and the dude just like gets on the end of it. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, Bam love a one-touch volley low cross finish. That's his kind of thing right there.
And he actually backheeled that.
You're a traditionalist when you put
but I don't want to see like, oh, you did a volley from outside the box. Like, whatever, you just got lucky, dude. Like, whatever. Like, oh, it's an overhead. I'm like, he got lucky, dude. Whatever.
You're so boring. It's crazy, dude.
I like the true.
You like bicycle kicks?
Oh, he hates that. He's like, oh, he's so lucky.
Like, not really. Okay, you know what it is about bicycle kicks? They act like, oh my God, this guy that did it is, oh, look how good he is. I'm like, dog, everybody can do that. I see center backs attempting them. Like, it's not that serious. I've seen a goalie score one of those before.
It's honestly is. I mean, it's not easy to finish, but it's easy to attempt.
Yeah, you just flip your body. Like, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you probably only got one in your whole life, but it's easy to attempt for sure.
Yeah.
And dangerous too, low key.
Yeah, you're going to fall on the ground.
I'm kind of scared.
Didn't Lukaku in the game today? He did one, and they got a foul called on him.
Oh, I've seen that happen before. You never try. Well,
a high boot, whatever it's called, like a high. It's basically. I mean, it is basically a high boot.
It is a high boot.
It can be. Yeah.
It's risky.
No, it is a high boot. You're not supposed to swing your leg above like someone's chest.
Well, no, I'm saying if somebody's on you, yeah. But Holly, you never tried it because Like, have you ever had like it's there and you can try it and you just didn't do it,
Yeah.
and you were just
I'm,
like,
I'm not. I don't think I can do that. I don't like the thought of just landing on my back or my neck.
It is scary.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how he's over here. Like, I'm not trying to get my kit dirty. Like,
Let's trying to get her back broken. Dog.
Yeah, like,
no, you kind of land. Like, you kind of can land, yo.
Oh, man.
I guess.
I've
Nah,
never
I
made
never
one.
tried it though.
I mean, or is it just like you're playing and it's like not that serious to attempt all that?
That's also true.
Yeah, because like, I mean, where we play, the goals are like that big, like they're not that crazy. Like, and we're not like our rules, like you're not even supposed to go to the ground. So if somebody tried to do that, like you're wilding out, dude.
You
Yeah.
can't even slide tackle.
No, we don't slide tackle. No,
I wouldn't make it in that league then.
no. If you
walk
saw,
like,
if
just
you
walk like I do. Just walk like I do.
just stand there, like
Just
Stand
stand
there. The
there.
ball gonna come back. Bam will get it. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Napoli is undefeated in Italy.
and in Champions League.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, they're killing it. But yeah, anyway, that's the Tuesday matches. Juve's out of here. Real garbage. I just there's a player like I don't hate a lot of players, but Adrian Rabiot, I'm like, dude, like how like the fact that Adrian Rabiot is a professional player on a top team,
He should be at Fulham or
it
something.
literally shows you that like anybody's got a chance. Like the fact like this guy is not athletic, he's not smart, he's left-footed, he's got a
Whoa.
he's got a bad build for the sport. Like he's got good hair.
You know, the bad thing is, and also like I don't mean to be this guy, but he's also kind of really lazy. Like
Yeah,
he
he's not
doesn't
like
he doesn't
Yeah.
like a lot of people that aren't like necessarily the most well-versed skilled midfielders, they at least have like a high work rate. And like his work rate's so bad. I'm like, where is he?
I saw him make one good defensive play, and I was like, okay,
He's
wow,
good for that though. He's good for that though.
But like the fact that Adrian Rabiot is like a professional on a top team, I'm just like, if somebody told me about soccer when I was 16, even like it would have been over. I'm like, this guy is literally not even a good sports player. Like, I would not even be afraid of him coming to play. I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Oh, you guys got Rabiot? Like, that's fine.
I agree. That's how I felt when I saw Jesse's artist.
I
I
need
did
more scared
not
of Jesse's artist than him.
I did not want United to get Rabiot when there was rumors. Was it this year?
No, that was a couple
This
years.
summer or a couple summers ago?
It's happened a few times.
It has, yeah.
I'm like, like,
no.
are you kidding me? I
Yeah.
was like, what are you talking? He does speak good English. I've heard him speak English before, but I'm like, yo, dog, like, what? Adrian Rabiot, and they talk about him like he's good sometimes.
I'll
I
say
know.
this: Rabiot has been the ultimate coattail rider of like the French player boom. He like rode that coattail so far because any other of those guys, like him out of PSG, he would be playing at like West Ham or wherever, you know, or just even like a
Burnley.
mid-tier English Burnley. He'd be at Middlesbrough, like because he was like at that perfect PSG French player bubble, like with like when my tweet was good and like here's all those players, he got to ride that coattail all the way to Juve.
You're right.
And people
It's
were
true.
like hyped of him going to Juve. I was like, what?
Caesar, if you like exactly what you're saying, because if you remember, Luca Digne went to Barca.
Yup. Luca Digne went to
He's
Barca.
like the
It's
same,
like,
yeah.
I mean, that's your homie, but come on
that's my
now,
guy.
dog. What are we doing here?
Like literally, and
He has a nice sleeve tattoo. That's about it,
and
really.
he sat out a whole season at PSG because he wouldn't sign a contract.
You defended it. You said, "Oh man, he's out here just chilling, collecting a trophy or whatever." You defended it. You're like, "That's dope." And then he went to Everton after. Yeah,
Oh, no, wait, hold on.
I was clowning him for sitting here on the bench, and you defended it on this show.
Okay, wait a minute.
Check the
Caesar,
tapes.
First of all, you're completely confusing everything. Rabiot never went to Everton. What are you
I'm talking about Digne, Luca Digne.
No, Luca Digne didn't sit on the bench. I'm talking about Rabiot.
He did. He sat on the bench that year in Barca.
No. Oh, no. That's fine.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about Rabiot.
Oh, okay.
Rabiot sat out a whole season with PSG and then ended up at Juve.
Yeah.
And I'm
Remember
like,
his mom was his manager, right? And she was like, "Oh, he's playing with the second team or something."
Crazy. Anyway, we're all off topic, and then we're going to talk about Pop Smoke at the end of this.
No.
I feel like Holly be over there getting sturdy anyway.
I
Yeah,
tried.
Holly, can you do
I'm
this
not-
30? I feel like you can.
I've tried.
Knew it.
Dope. That's dope.
Also off topic. I remember who was it? Like Cameron or Jim Jones was saying that their biggest market for Dipset was Toronto.
Really?
Really?
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
He was like,
I
our
didn't know
biggest
that.
market is Toronto. I was like, that's really dope.
That's actually really cool.
Anyway, okay, let's get to today's games. The craziest podcast ever. We had Club Brugge playing Porto. Porto won 4-0. Liverpool beat Ajax 3-0. Holly hates that. Atletico Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen went to a 2-2 draw. I'm gonna talk about that real fast because I've seen the end of that match. Crazy. Last kick of the game, it's a corner. The ball hits off two Leverkusen players' shoulders, and they call a handball and they call a penalty. And it literally hit like one guy's shoulder, then the other guy's shoulder. And I'm like, that's not a handball, dude. I'm sorry. So,
I really wish we had the clip of the lady on CBS. She's like a referee.
Oh, yeah. What
she
said?
talked, she described it, but I couldn't remember. She was like getting hella technical about it. I don't know. I didn't really get to see it. Like, can you kind of break it down?
Well, I mean, honestly, you should just like pull up the highlight. They're out already. But yeah, for me, it wasn't a handball. Like it hit like one guy's shoulder and the other guy's shoulder. They called it a handball. Obviously there was a whole I don't know why the players just go run up on the referee acting like you're gonna bully him into changing his mind. Like I'm just like, you guys are so ratchet. Like leave him alone. Like you're not gonna run up in his face. He's like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like so they, it's a whole big issue. It's that one French referee, I forgot his name, with the big old eyes. He's like really short. He goes to the VAR thing. After like 2 seconds, he calls a penalty. So who took it? Oh, Carrasco takes it. He's looking nervous too. He is looking nervous, boy. I'm like, damn, yo, Yannick. I remember Yannick Carrasco at Monaco. I remember he like scored some goal in like Europa League. He like ran and saw his girlfriend started like making out with her. Like he like ran over there and started making. I was like, yo, like, do you know her? Like,
this is not a handball.
Yeah, it's dead ass two shoulders. It's two
Come
shoulders.
on, dude. How are you supposed to control that?
Yeah, and his shoulder, like it's not like
That's
arm,
not
it's
a
shoulder.
handball. That's too much.
So
I don't even care about them.
was stepping up, shoots that penalty, and boy, it was saved. And then, it was funny. So he saved the penalty. Then, like somebody from Atleti got a kick on it. I think it hit off the bar, and then somebody else got a kick on it, and it went over. Wild. Some dude from Leverkusen, like after the ball went out of bounds, runs up on somebody from Atleti, is like screaming at him, like like screaming in his face, like celebrating on him. But then they like try to go to VAR again to talk about the goalie being off the line. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, y'all better not. But then they just said, whatever, dude, like whatever. I don't really know how that rule is because when I looked at it, I'm
the
like,
stupidest rule. I hate it.
Like, I don't know.
I don't like when goalies super cheat up though.
Well,
yeah,
I just don't know the rule. Like, is it like he had 1 foot on the line, but like most of his body was off of it? But it was like right when he kicked the ball. I just don't know exactly like what
you're supposed to keep. Technically, you're supposed to keep one healer on the line.
Okay, but then it was fair. So that match ended 2-2, but that was pretty exciting at the end. Napoli beat Rangers 3-0. I think Rangers didn't get any points yet.
Good.
Why do I have Atletico and then Leverkusen 2 times? Tottenham and Sporting went to a 1-1 draw. Caesar, what happened at the end of that? There was something with VAR, right?
Yeah, so basically at the end of the game, at like the 44 minutes and like 50th minute mark, at like 9 minutes and like 94-minute mark, and it was a 5-minute stoppage time. Harry Kane scored a game-winning goal that. So when it was kicked in, it was onsides for across from the left side all the way to the right. Emerson like heads it back into play still. Kane is technically behind him, but because Kane's body was not lined up with the ball exactly, then it was technically offsides.
That sounds offside to me.
Even though the ball also connected with a defender before it touched Harry Kane also.
Sounds offside to me.
Well, you heard it.
Eintracht Frankfurt beat Marseille 2-1. I was really mad. Guendouzi scored a dope goal, but I was really mad the dude took Guendouzi out. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? He didn't even bring Dimitri Payet or Gerson in. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? But the big matches of the day, the ones that mattered the most, the ones that we cared about. In the morning, Inter played Victoria Pilsen. Why does that matter? We don't even know where Victoria Pilsen is. Which Central European country that Holly is descended from are you in? We have no idea.
Czech Republic.
Okay, wow, Caesar knows. Jeez. So Inter was not playing around and they won the match 4-0. Now I'm over here still thinking like, all right, Barca, you gotta beat Bayern, it's down to the wire. You gotta pull something out. Then I go on Twitter and they're like, Barca's in Europa League. I was like, oh damn, it's already over. I couldn't believe it. Now, fast forward, Barca did lose 3-0 to Bayern, as they would have lost no matter what. But here we go. Barcelona is in Europa League for the second year running.
Online I read that Barcelona spent $153 million in euros this offseason, acquired I think up to 8 players, I believe, too. Ton of talent, including Lewandowski, a ton of players that have actually never played in Europa League before.
Jeez.
Yeah. Also, we also like to think about, I mean, this is a podcast is very much pro labor. A lot of players took big salary cuts. Did a lot, what is it called? Like foregoing their payments or whatever, or for something whenever where they're gonna get paid.
No, it's called
Slavery.
Slavery.
Yeah, slavery, or they're gonna get paid later on, but what happens when they get transferred? Very confused by that. Barcelona effectively failed last year by going into Europa League and failed miserably even more this year. And their 2-year tenure right now with Xavi. Quite the polar opposite run for a player coach in comparison to the Real Madrid run with Zidane. But Xavi's having a hard time. And I think that like the worst thing about it, it feels like online there's no accountability. It feels like when you watch the CBS report after or the Champions League coverage, it was like a lot of like, the sentiment was that the people kind of knew, and it was kind of be a little, we knew and wasn't really expected for them to win it or make it in. I'm like, what? Like, I mean, literally, if Pilsen does something wild or just he ties, they have a chance to get in based on the Bayern result. And we all know how the Bayern result ended up too. So it's like, this is categorically a massive fail, and there needs to be accountability because like you can't make all these moves, these video game moves, and still flame out like that. That's crazy to me.
What do you think, Holly?
No, yeah, I agree. I don't know how it's not really being talked about more. Like you said, the result was already at the beginning of the day. We kind of knew what was that they had been relegated, but like they didn't even play with like real pride or like any sort of ambition. Like I know your fate was in Inter's hands, but like they didn't really try at all, to be honest. It wasn't really that they were dominated by Munich. I would say it was more that they just got past them very easily because there was no real effort there. And that's kind of how I feel like that kind of defines Barcelona to me at the moment, that there's just no real effort or that much motivation. And it's just surprising to me that it's not being talked about it the way that it should.
The fact that their Champions League record so far is 1-1-3, like you lost 3 times. Like everybody can forgive 2 losses to Bayern, but a loss and a draw to Inter is just like, no, dude, like that's rough, yo. Like your one victory so far is against Victoria Pilsen. That's embarrassing, yo. That is literally embarrassing. Um, the crazy thing about Barcelona being out, Atleti being out, and Sevilla being out, Real Madrid is the only Spanish team left.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All the other Spanish teams are in Europa League, like all of them. Barca's Europa, Atleti's Europa, and Sevilla's Europa.
Whatever. I don't like him. I don't like any of them, anyways.
Well, I mean, but it's just crazy for like
It is not.
the status of Spanish football.
Also, Barcelona undefeated in La Liga, right? I don't think they took an L.
No, they lost to Real Madrid.
No, yeah, Real Madrid. They have one L, and that's on Real Madrid the whole year. And like you were even talking about, they went on like a 5-game win streak where they didn't give up a goal or something.
When before the loss to Real Madrid, they had only given up one goal in the whole season in the league.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. And now they're out. And yeah, like you said, they spent all this money. They brought in all these players, Rafinha, Frank Kessié, Lewandowski, Marcus Alonso, Christensen, and probably some other people too. Who knows? They forced Frankie de Jong to stay there. They made Dembele sign some fake contract to stay there. You did all this stuff and you couldn't even get it to the round of 16, dude. That's embarrassing. You're going to Europa League again, fool. How lame are you? And I don't know. I don't really listen to a lot of I'll listen to ESPN FC later. I can tolerate ESPN FC more than the CBS people. Because I'm not trying to see that fool's teeth when he laughs for no reason. But I'll see what they have to say, but I don't know. Like, is it Xavi? Is it the players? Like, I have no idea. I don't know. When you bring in a lot of new players, it's hard. Like, that's not easy when you bring in a bunch of new guys. Like,
but keep it real. Just keep it real. You can't say it's the players. You can't really say it's the players. You bring in a bunch of players to play and that are supposed to be talented. If you're given chess pieces to win a game, you can't blame the game of chess. You need to blame the person that's actually the player. Like, yeah, I mean, like the guy who runs the pieces, like it's the coach. You have all the people in front of you. If it's and then I'm sure, and he wanted these players too, right? He wanted to bring the Bella back.
Oh yeah.
So these are your requests. These are the people you want to bring into and I'm sure his pitch was that he can achieve success with these people on his team. You bring me Lewandowski, I'll give you what you want. You did none of that. You didn't fulfill on your promise. And if you can't mesh them together, that's something on you as a coach. That's a problem you have.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the starting lineup. Like, you got Balde, you're playing a 4-3-3 with left back Balde, then you got Marcus Alonso and Koundé at center back, and Hector Bellerin at right back, who hasn't even like played all year for real.
Yeah, right. I don't think he's played at all.
Well, I guess it didn't matter because you were already in Europa League anyway. But I mean, she should have put Caesar out there.
Yeah, I'll give you 5 solid minutes, maybe. Bet you a goal won't be given up on that side though. I'm fouling first.
Yeah, I don't even know why it matters, but yeah. I mean, and also the crazy thing too is like they played Inter. Inter didn't even have Lukaku for either of those matches.
Lukaku literally made his debut today against Victoria Pilsener.
So, Holly, how are you feeling about your favorite team? Do you feel like they need to fire Xavi or what?
I thought you were about to say my favorite team is Victoria Pilsen. Yeah, honestly, I like player coaches are a touchy subject to me.
Why is that?
Well, obviously I just take the experience with OGS.
Oh, come on. But he's old though.
What does that have to do with it? Okay, no, but I don't mean
Ageism.
like active player coach. I don't mean active player coaches. I mean like, former player who are now coaches. But like if you don't, to me it's always like you gotta have some credibility as a coach before taking on such a big job. I think this job was too big for Xavi too soon. I like that. That's the same thing. Like I say the same about OGS. Like that period of time will all the ups and downs has a special place in my heart for sure. but I hate, like, you don't ever want the reputation of like the player to be diminished because of what they did as a coach and stuff like that. And obviously I'm not a Barcelona stan, and I don't follow La Liga like too closely, so I don't know what Barcelona fans are feeling towards Xavi, like because of all this, like, not doing well in Champions League and whatnot. But to me, that's just always like how I think about it. I don't know if the credibility was there for him to take this job at this time.
I mean, yeah, he did come from coaching in Qatar. Like going from there to coaching Barcelona, like I feel like that is a big deal. Um, I mean, if he was coaching the youth ranks for a while, like what Zidane did, like I think that's good. Like you're coaching the youth ranks, you're seeing the young players, but he
Hmm.
just went straight from coaching in Qatar, like some fast track of getting his coaching license, and I'm sure he was just sitting around, just like, oh, whatever, like you know how it goes. And
Yeah,
then
I think.
coaching
Yeah.
Barcelona, it's like yeah, that's a lot.
I agree with you, and I've even contested. I even think certain positions don't warrant you to be a good coach in the future, just because of like how you can see the game differently depending on where you pay in the field. Like I never really been a big fan of like striker coaches and stuff like that. So, that's like, but you do have anomalies, kind of like Zidane. But I mean, he did come up also coaching the B team at Real
Yeah,
Madrid. Like he had multiple years working on his license with the youth level, and I think when you gain appreciation for youth level, we saw his dedication when he got older to really give a lot of the young guys a chance when I didn't really want him to. He was really believing on that, and that's because he worked with the youth system. And Xavi coming from Qatar to Barca, that's a tall order, especially that's not just like walking into any team. That's a team with extreme turmoil, big turnover. Like this is literally arguably the
broke.
biggest club on the planet. So it seemed to be told, and he has not been able to handle it at all. He's failed literally this. He failed this year. Like let's keep it a stack. You failed.
And last year, like it wasn't his fault that they were in Europa League,
No.
but then you lose to Eintracht Frankfurt. It's like that's kind of lame, dog.
Yeah, I can't. I still can't name one player.
Yeah, Komodo or something.
Oh yeah, Komodo is balling.
And
Yeah.
so that was a L. This is a L this time, and another L for Xavi is that his homie Iniesta was in that picture where they had the blackface on. So that's another, that's the third L. Your homie Iniesta was in that picture, and it was two people having blackface in that joint, saying like, "Oh, it's for Christmas."
That's
Oh,
a big L.
Xavi.
That's a big L for the record books to do blackface
Absolutely.
for sure.
So the standings as they are so far, because we still have one more match day next week. Napoli and Liverpool are into the next round of 16, in the round of 16. Um, Club Brugge and Porto are in for the round of 16. And Atletico Madrid it'll depend on the last day because they're on 5 points and Leverkusen's on four. Bayern and Inter next round, and Barcelona is in Europa League because Victoria Pilsen did not win any matches. In Group D, it's very close. Tottenham has 8 points, Sporting and Eintracht Frankfurt have seven, and Marseille has six. So, Marseille, come on, dude. Damn. Can y'all just
Is
at
it going to
least
come down to the wire?
can they at least just make it to Europa League at least? Yeah, like it's all coming down to the last day for everybody. Um, yeah, for everybody. Nobody's safe in Group D yet. Um, Group E, Chelsea is going to be in the next round, but between Milan and Rebel Salzburg, there's only 1 point difference, so Milan could end up being in Europa League, but we'll see. Obviously, Real Madrid could end up in the second slot, but they're on to the next round. I guess if they lose their next match and Rebel Leipzig wins, or if they draw and Rebel Leipzig wins, then they'll be in the second slot. Um, but Shakhtar is in Europa League, and I think they were like celebrating a lot after their match today against Celtic. Um, let me just say for the record, Rangers have gotten no points so far, but Celtic have gotten 2 points. this Champions League run. We always have to mention Rangers doing bad. Group G, Man City is off to the next round, and I'm assuming. Oh yeah, and then BVB is also, and then Sevilla is in Europa League. And in the Group H, we got PSG and Benfica going, and they're leaving Juve and that Israeli team in the dust. And I guess we will see if Juve is going to be out. Honestly, it might be better for them to not be in any European matches competition because they need to focus, I guess. But that's the standings. And then tomorrow we got Europa League. I actually looked at the standings in Europa League. I was wondering if Man U was in the clear yet.
Not
They
quite.
no, I think they're going to make it to the next round for
They
sure.
will, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's locked.
No, I think so. Let me double check.
They're at 9. Okay, yeah, no, it's probably locked. They're at 9 points. They play Sheriff tomorrow. Sheriff only has 3.
That's an L.
For Sheriff?
Yeah, they wait a minute. They got 2 more matches.
Yeah, they still have to play Real Sociedad and Sheriff tomorrow.
I guess Sheriff can only get 9 points. But I feel like Man U would be fine on goal differential, I'm assuming. Yeah. What do you think about everything going on with your boy Ronaldo?
Not my boy.
Not what?
It's not my boy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't claim. I want him gone. I want it done. I'm over it. I didn't even want him there to begin with.
Caesar wants to know why you hate Ronaldo so much.
Does he really?
Yeah, because Caesar, I'll tell you this, Caesar, that man right there was born in Brazil. He has a Brazilian passport along with his American passport.
Exposed.
Has been all up in the Brazil consulate over there in West LA or wherever it is. And he ranked CR7 over R9. He did that on this podcast. I can't remember what episode, but he did that. So he wants to know why you hate Ronaldo so much.
I hate Ronaldo because of the.
How far does it go back?
It goes back quite a while. Like, at first, I started to hate the whole, like, you know, the cockiness, the attitude, the everything has to go, like, be passed to him, like, just the way he plays. I obviously respect the legacy, whatever. I know what he's done to the game, but do I like him? No. And then now, because you know, the stuff that came out how many years ago now about him sweeping some things under the rug, just I don't mess with that. I don't believe that it was nothing. So just I don't like it. Don't like him.
You never really like, I mean, because
I'll never get over it. I don't think I would, like, yeah, that's just not gonna fly with me.
But before the case, he was a Man U legend though.
Of course, he is a Man U. I mean, he's a legend in general, but he is a Man U legend. But I didn't even really like start to like United because of him. I started to like United because of like Rooney and stuff. He was just a bit of a bonus. Rooney's birthday was a couple days ago, actually, on Monday.
Okay. Wayne Rooney.
Happy birthday to a real legend right there.
Real drunk legend.
A real knockout legend.
I just remember the only thing I know about Wayne Rooney is they used to be talking about him shagging grandmas.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best.
He's definitely not perfect either, but
my man, I saw him that video of him at DC United Airport. I'm like, whoa, dude, time to ease up on the liquor, big dog. You're looking wild right now.
Wayne Rooney is very English.
Oh yeah, that's a through and through English man.
And the fact that like all like 7 of his children or whatever look exactly like him. Have you seen? He doesn't have 7. He has like
Ugh.
4 or something, but they're all boys and they look exactly like him.
I feel like if he had 7 kids, I'm like, how many baby mamas he got? That's a lot. So you just never really liked Ronaldo. Like you don't like all the stepovers and like him taking his shirt off and all that. He never was really feeling all that.
No, never.
We've had a theory here. This was some years ago. We did this episode. My theory of why Ronaldo was like always getting a lot of hate in soccer, and you can tell me if you think this is valid or not. It might not make sense, but I always felt like Ronaldo is kind of like an American athlete, like the way he is. Like he's he's very much about the look, and that's like an American athlete thing more than like soccer players really. And especially if you compare him to someone like Messi, who just seems like very humble and he's like short and ugly, like he's got a little kid haircut, like like Ronaldo's like the complete opposite of that. He's like tall, muscular, and he's like showing off his body. And that's like you don't really get a whole lot of that in Europe like that. So I was like, he just kind of doesn't really fit the typical soccer player mode, which is like really want somebody more like Wayne Rooney. Like it almost seemed like this person playing professional sports almost shouldn't be, but because of his like work and everything, like he's like grinded there. Even though I think Ronaldo had to do the same thing, but I always felt like he was kind of like an American athlete, and that's why they don't like him as much. But
No, that makes sense. I could agree with that.
I don't think people really cared about his case like that. Although we did here at We Made It Podcast when that case. Okay, actually, I mean,
keep it real. Keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to talk about it. Actually, we mentioned his case on the 4th episode because that was like 2017. There was like something that came out, but I didn't like know the details. But there was like something that came out, and I remember I like said something about it. But then when I think it was like 2018 when it like more information came out, and we were like, okay, like we're gonna like boycott him until we see what's going on. Well, actually, no. We were talking about it, and then we like read the case on the show. Then Juve came out saying like they support him or whatever, and we were kind of like, actually, Caesar was like, "No, that's fucked up. Like, y'all don't even know what's going on." And Caesar was like, we're boycotting Juve and Ronaldo." So we didn't talk about him for like hella long. And what was I gonna do? Was I gonna call the Vegas? I tried to call the Las Vegas detectives. I think I like called. I think I like called, but like I couldn't get through or something like that.
You wanted like an update on the case.
Yeah, because like we weren't getting any information. But I don't really know what happened. I kind of forgot. I can't remember if something happened with the settlement or something. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. And then Kobe died, and I'm like, damn, dude, like don't nobody care no more. Like, okay, I guess nobody cares. One of Caesar's friends said that he didn't do it. I was like, wow, really?
No, for sure. I mean, I didn't really like Man U when I was younger. They were kind of like really annoying to me. And I think like when I saw Ronaldo, that was like the first time I saw a soccer player that like I was like actually down to watch, especially like being like basically an American kid. Just like when I watch soccer players, they always seem to be like nothing I could really readily identify or like feel like entertained by. Because it always felt like bunch of small guys doing like cool moves and stuff. And then Ronaldo was like this freak athlete. I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. Like this guy's flying, doing headers and crazy stuff. So I became a big fan. Then when he went to Real Madrid and that run was like wild. And obviously I'm a Real Madrid fan, so that was lit. But I think that the best thing on this show was that when those allegations came out, that
well, it wasn't an allegation.
Well, when the case was opened up, this is not a fanboy soccer podcast. This is not like this is not the Real Madrid podcast. This is not Man U. This is none of that. I don't care who it is. Like
we
I don't care
because of that. Like we suffer because we're
literally the show which we openly talked positive about Ronaldo before. We were getting flamed on Twitter by like the most insane pro Ronaldo people on earth. I'm like, you clearly have not heard us talk about him before because you're coming at us. I'm boycotting because only reason I even boycott is because Juve went and took this crazy defensive stance when you should just shut the hell up until you find out more facts, because when more stuff comes out, you're gonna look dumb. Like, don't do that. Don't just take you need to wait, because there's an actual victim in the situation. The victim needs to be heard. Of these victims, the hardest part is coming out about this, especially against one of the biggest people in history, the largest influencer on social media. That's crazy. So I thought it was crazy they made this super defensive stance. I thought it was disgusting. And we were like, if that's the case, we're not going to talk about them anymore. That's it. It was the boycott its own. And these freaks came on and started trying to like defend him. I'm like, you're talking to the wrong person. Channel that anger to somebody else, dog.
Holly, we was getting the most troll. Although I'm down to go at it.
Oh yeah, Bam was down to squabble.
Yeah, we can get it cracking. Because
was it kids with Ronaldo as their display picture?
It was different Ronaldo Avies, like
yeah,
it wasn't
Roman ones.
It was a lot of. To be honest with you, I feel like it was more Juve fans.
It was Juve Abbeys, yeah,
and they were like, they were, sadly, you got a lot of incel culture amongst soccer fans.
Yep.
So like, you just had everything like, I'm not even going to repeat some of the stuff they were saying, but it was wild. And yeah, I was like, nah, dude, like whatever. But I mean, for what is, I mean, for me, like as a player, like I've always liked to watch him play. It was always crazy to me that somebody could think Messi's better than him. Cause I'm just like, you're talking about a dude that has a left foot, a right foot, and he's good at headers against a dude that just got a left foot. Like, I don't know what we're talking about here. But yeah, it's kind of fun for me that you hate him. Like I kind of enjoy it. Who else do you hate? Other than me?
Honestly, yeah. Are we talking generally?
Sure, why not? Whoever. Do you hate like your uncle? Like, let's go.
Jordan Peterson, who?
I hate Pete Davidson.
Oh, let's go. Do you think he stole Kim from Kanye? Is that why?
No, I mean, there's all these rumors that, he probably has this like BDE because like, how is he pulling all these,
Why do you hate him?
I mean, why do I hate him? Because he's ugly and not funny.
Okay.
And he looks like he looks sickly. Like, I was like, are you okay? Are you malnourished or something? I don't know.
You don't gotta be PC. If you say something wild, I'll just edit it out.
Yeah.
Like you say something too crazy, I'll just take it out.
I don't find him funny at all. But one thing I will say, he is a reformed addict. So let's just relax. We're attacking reformed addicts. Yes, he was an addict.
What was he on?
What?
I mean, I don't know what his intake was, but he was doing hella drugs.
Also,
the only reason his BD thing was confirmed is because Kanye in the interview was calling him like 10-inch Pete or whatever, calling him 10-inch Pete. I'm like, the only reason now we know he has that is because Kanye's out here confirming it because he hates him. I'm like, that's weird. This is weird, and it's too much information for me, dog.
I'm uncomfortable.
That's okay.
Okay, you hate Pete Davidson. Who else?
Terry Bradshaw.
What?
Who's that?
You know who Terry Bradshaw is, dude? He's an old football player.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm a very hateful person.
Okay, but Skeet Davidson.
Holly goes and lists the name of people she hates.
Yeah, why not? Then why not?
I'm hateful.
We're still getting to know Holly. We gotta do it through the podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, who are some people you like?
I like Tom Holland.
That's the
Spider-Man.
The British guy.
The little British guy, yeah.
I don't like
I
that.
like Tom.
I don't like that a British guy is playing Spider-Man. I don't like that, but it's okay.
Why?
Because I'm American, dude. USA.
It is a very American story. It's about a New York.
Come on, dude. He's like,
yeah, but
Bam is not a fan. Bam is not a fan of British actors playing American roles.
I'm also not a fan of I'm kind of anti Black Panther because I'm like, can they get one African to play one of these people in
But
Wakanda?
it's
Can we?
not. It's not really in Africa. It's not.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be in
Fantasy.
Africa. They're supposed to be African. Can we get one African, dude? The
Where's
dude that
Lupita
died.
from?
Are
Huh?
you gonna
Huh?
see the new one?
Nah, is there an African? If there's an African, I'll see it.
Is Lupita from Africa?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, then shut up.
Yeah, but that's only one person.
You said you can I get one person? That was your request.
Nah, I need one person. I
Okay.
need one more. Okay, you like Tom Holland. Who else?
Hector Bellerin.
Okay, Hector.
I'm a
gets
big
lot of
fan.
love. Hector gets a lot
I'm
of
a big
love
fan.
here.
Yeah, no, he just seems like such a good human being.
He is vegan, so like
He's pro Palestine. Big respect.
yeah, and he's vegan, so I get down as a fellow vegan.
Plays like one.
I never thought he was that good, to be honest. I
Just
never
playing.
thought he was.
No,
I thought he
yeah,
was
as
better
a
before his
player,
ligament tear.
Yeah, his career is kind of sad if you ask me. Like
It all
it's a
started
sad
when he got
story.
mixed up by Douglas Costa in that one game, Byron. It was over after that. That's one of the worst. It can't go down like that. I gotta like take you out. Like I can't go home like this.
You got to send that in the group chat because that was
One
really
of the worst.
Like,
I cannot. You can't let someone freestyle on you in a fucking Champions League match, dude. It's not allowed.
I'm like, dog, you're on the sideline. Just stand.
just slide tackle like Hollywood. Like, come on,
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
take this L this badly.
If you slide tackle and you just miss and just keep going, it doesn't look as bad.
No, but like, oh, the turf is bad.
Okay, you like Hector Bellerin. Okay, can we get a woman? This is a little bit too man-centric. Can we get a woman that you like? I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Why are you uncomfortable?
Can we get one woman? Is like, come on now.
I'm gonna have to think about that then.
Damn. What about Nelly Furtado?
She's Jennifer Lawrence. How about that?
Okay.
Katniss.
Okay, what's your favorite Jennifer Lawrence movie?
The Hunger Games.
Okay, I never really thought she was a good actress, really, though.
No, I mean,
I thought she was good at Hunger Games.
she plays the character quite well.
I kind of think she's a robot.
You think she's a robot?
You know what? She was in that really uncomfortable movie. What was it called? Like Red Sparrow or something like that, where she plays like some Russian agent or something. I'm like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. She's like doing some accent. I'm like, oh, what is going on here?
Bam, name 3 soccer players you hate watching.
Okay, hold on. But I'll show some love to Jennifer Lawrence, solidarity, because her nudes did get leaked that time.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, three players I hate to watch. Di Maria,
Rabiot.
like who's left-footed? Like anybody else?
They're all left-footed players, by the way. This man is horrible towards left-footed people.
Who do I hate to watch? Let me like somebody who's like actually like out there like that. Rabiot I've always hated. I just feel like he's like super back passy. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. When I'm watching the match, I don't really like that many players. Like I'm screaming, like, can you like do something different? Like I just feel like I don't know. I'm very critical when I'm watching these matches because I'm like, I just wish y'all ever played another sport, like just one time, because you're just locked in this like soccer mentality and it's just really obnoxious. But can I get one more woman from Holly that she likes? And I said Nelly Furtado because she's Canadian.
And Portuguese.
I like SZA, even though she's a pathological liar.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Well, haven't you heard that? Like, I don't know her, obviously, but like,
no, I don't
there's
know.
rumors that she's like tweeted that she's like never watched TV before.
Oh, I
like,
can see.
like,
Was that the chick that
legitimately.
wears like the coverings and stuff?
No.
You're not black enough. Watch out.
Oh, that's her. I'm sorry. It's just
no, that's not her. That's
Okay.
Are you talking about the girl who sings about chandeliers?
I don't really know.
That's okay. Oh,
That girl's name?
you're talking about Sia, the Australian legend.
Oh, yeah, not
See,
her.
look, we're all confused. They're all
No,
three-letter
you are.
names.
I seen Sia in 2003 or something like that.
Yeah.
Was she
No,
40? What the hell?
SZA.
Okay, of course, yeah, I know SZA, but
RZA, what she named herself after RZA. Yeah, I remember this. Okay.
stupid.
She did.
She's in she's like with T.
Probably lied about that too.
Yeah.
So I never heard anything about her being a liar before.
Kind of cool. Like now
Her
I'm kind of
music- her
I'm gonna
music's
kind of
dope,
watch
though,
her.
but apparently like she tweets out like stuff and it's like, come on, that's a lie.
Maybe she's just trolling.
I think it was something about like TV or something, like she's never watched it.
Holly,
I
are
don't
you
know.
excited for Rihanna to make her comeback on the 28th?
I to be honest, I didn't even know.
Oof, we're gonna get flamed for this now. This is
We
dangerous.
might.
I'm
The
gonna give
Rihanna stands are gonna kill us.
I'm gonna give SZA a pass as a fellow Scorp. I'm gonna let her live on these
Because
alleged
she's
lies.
Scorpio.
Are you a Scorpio?
Yeah, I'm gonna let her live on these alleged lies. Now they're alleged, and she's just
Another alleged.
she's just being funny. Y'all just don't get
She's
it.
just trolling and we
You
don't
just
understand,
get her
right?
humor.
Yeah,
It's Scorpio vibes. We don't know what's going on.
exactly. Her birthday's coming up soon. Okay, you like SZA? Okay, who do you like from Canada? Come on now,
I don't.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Alfonso Davies.
Okay, you don't like Jesse Lanza?
Jesse Lanza.
She's from over there in Hamilton.
My ex-wife.
She's from Hamilton, yo. You don't like Jesse Lanza? She got some
I don't
art.
like Hamilton.
Why not? Because the Tigers?
Hamilton is it's not a fun city.
You never even been to Hamilton.
I have.
Okay, why'd you go?
For work, actually.
Okay, you
They
didn't
do have nice hiking spots, though. I'll give them that.
Boring.
Okay, have you ever heard of Caribou?
Yes.
Okay, so so Jesse Lanza's worked with him.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the animal.
Holy mother.
I was like, yeah, I know what a caribou is. It's
I don't know what the hell a
No, you
caribou-
never
an
heard of-
elk.
You never heard of the artist Caribou?
No.
Okay, well he's Canadian. He's kind of big a little bit.
I don't even know what a caribou is.
I feel stupid. You know, it's funny. I remember being around some Canadians one time and they were just like talking about American politics. I'm like, why do you guys care? Can we talk about Canada politics? That's
Yeah, I don't know. Justin Bieber.
you don't like Justin Bieber.
I do. I like his music.
Oh, you like the Beat Machine.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember that song he had with Tyga?
Wait a minute or something.
Ooh, bang.
No. Was it
That's
called
okay.
Wait a Minute, though?
Wait,
I
it's
think
called-
it was.
Wait
Wait for a
wait
minute or
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
okay.
That's a
Not
banger.
gonna lie, Justin Bieber's like light skin era was pretty fire.
Appropriation Bieber with some hot songs. I'm not gonna lie, dog.
Me and Caesar used to be singing the hell out that song.
I'm like, well, he got a pass for singing "Slow Dance in the Moonlight." I'm like, damn, dog. You got to kind of be really, really about it to know about that life.
Well, you know my favorite song by Justin Bieber. One
What?
less lonely.
Oh,
my
dude,
God.
you're gonna get
No.
us canceled.
That's my favorite song.
That is.
One less lonely. That's my jam right there.
So bad. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my favorite Justin Bieber song. Anyway, I don't want to keep going off on this. Caesar's getting antsy. Next episode we can just talk about pop. I mean, honestly, look, if y'all are down, we can just transition. We'll just talk about.
Let's be a pop culture show. I'm down.
I mean, I don't even really know how to do that, but I am not
Just
opposed.
start talking about it.
Those people get to ramble.
We'll just read Twitter trending topics and just go off about it.
Is that how it goes?
It seems like it.
Oh, I guess but you gotta like look at the entertainment part on trending.
Yeah, you got to click on Tim. Just talk about the first. Rihanna announces new song, "Lift Me Up" from the Black Panther soundtrack. There we go. We talked about that already. Already talked about Rihanna.
Okay, something about Keanu Reeves and Matthew.
Keanu Reeves. See,
Perry.
look, this is the topic. Ben's already kind of enjoying this. He's like, you know what? I could actually do this.
Fake Nike,
We can
Stormzy.
talk about Ahsoka. Ahsoka's trending in entertainment.
Oh, actually, okay, Holly, do you like Drake?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not a huge fan.
He's a little bit of a weirdo.
Caesar, relax.
I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent.
Like, what's your favorite Drake song? Caesar's a big Drake fan. Don't let him play with you.
Oh, probably Money in the Grave is out there. Is up there.
That's with Rick Ross, right?
Yeah. One Dance. What else? Motto.
Never heard that.
You ever heard the Motto?
Oh, that one from back in the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the Take Care album was like really, really good. I actually really like that.
Caesar, what's the song we were singing? What's the one song?
We singing, was it not Marvin's Room?
No. Damn, what's that song? Trust
Issues.
Trust Issues. Oh, okay. When he remixed The Weeknd.
Do you like that song?
Yeah.
Okay, so you like that singy Drake.
What's your favorite Drake album? Is it Take Care?
I'd say Take Care, or
mine's More Life.
I never really got into that one.
That's because I was a sad boy at the time. I was ready for that.
When was More Life? When was that?
More Life was like 2016, right? Something like that. No, wait, that's older.
2017.
No, More Life?
Yeah. It was after Views.
Oh, I'm sorry, not More Life. Wrong album. What the hell? That's song on my brain.
Take Care.
Nothing Was the Same was pretty good too.
Nothing Was It was good too. Take Care was my favorite. Yeah, you're right. Take Care. With it had that Stevie Wonder harmonica sample in it. That was my jam. I used to rock with that one.
I don't know any of these songs.
Take Care was incredible. I used to be walking to the bus stop listening to that. And back in the OC days.
More
Life was good. It had all those Afrobeat songs in there, Caribbean songs.
What was on Nothing Was the Same? I think that's the one I like, kind of.
Nothing Was the Same had
Started From the Bottom.
Hold On, We're Going Home. And
yeah.
Okay, I like that album because I liked Worst Behavior and I liked Started From the Bottom. And I thought the Pound Cake beat was good.
You didn't like
Pound Cake's good.
Pound Cake's a banger.
Yeah.
I don't really like it that much because I don't like Jay-Z's part, but I like the beat. Okay, so you're not really a big Drake fan.
No, but every time a new album comes out or a new song, I'll listen to it at least once through.
Do you feel some pride about Drake? Because that's home team.
I mean, no, not really.
Even though it's home team, though?
No.
Is it because he's Jewish?
Oh my, no. Like, I have no personal connection to him. I don't. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not his mom.
But your thing is Toronto based, so you like care about being from Toronto. So you know what I mean? Or is he from a part that's like kind of whack?
No, I don't think he's from like a rich area.
So that's
I
what
think that Started From the Bottom stuff is kind of a lie.
I mean, he started from the bottom, kind of, because being from Canada don't really earn you no points out here.
Okay, but he was on Degrassi. That's pretty big here. That's big here.
But that's even worse.
I will say this: it's absolutely astounding. A guy who was on Degrassi and is like from like a Jewish neighborhood, I think, in Canada or something like that, or like a very well off, just came up, became one of the biggest hip hop artists in like American history, or just hip hop history, not even America, like hip hop history. That's crazy.
It's kind of
I do remember me and Bam talked about his interview. I thought it was really cool that he doesn't really get any acclamation for being not only successful, being like successful as an African Canadian as well, for like being a black being like a black creator in music. He doesn't get any acclamation for that at all.
I don't want to ever hear you say African Canadian again.
That was kind of a cool term. I just thought of that right now. That's kind of hard. I might start using that. That's kind of sick. That's what Alfonso Davies is, right?
I'm uncomfortable.
Why are you uncomfortable?
All right, Wakanda forever. Anyway, we made a podcast, episode 277. That was ridiculous, but that was fun. Anyway, holler.